Thank you. Thank you very much for today's edition. Today we are doing episode 18, which is still under church leadership and also still under integrity. Integrity is one area that over the years I've observed, across the nation, churches that were planted and how some of them, they are going through certain challenges, which sometimes when you read about them, it's so hurting to see churches that spiritual leadership or founding fathers have built. It looks like there are holes or holes are being, ridden through them. Okay. And sometimes I ask myself that, hey, in our lifetime, the founding fathers are still around and their churches are suffering. Some of them clearly realize that, you know, would their churches be around if they are called home? Okay. And it's a burden to some of us, with honesty. It's a burden because, some of us were into church, or we are into church. We were there when churches were planted and we saw the effort that our fathers put into it. But, getting to the end, we are like, hey, what is happening? Things are happening, and sometimes it's hard to say, but things are really happening all over the place. I am a church boy, so I know what I'm talking about. So integrity to me is very key in leadership. So today I want to continue integrity. Organizing the organism is the program, and I am Rangsford of Penny, and today I want to look at, various dimensions of integrity. Honesty. Action speaks, and words also speak. Action speaks, and words also speak. But action speaks louder. Action, it speaks louder. So words speak and action speaks, but action speaks louder. You see, words, you can change words. You can quickly run words through your mind and, sweet talk. Okay, you can do sweet talk. But when it comes to action, it's a betrayal. Action can easily betray what you said about, because with actions, before you say Jack, you have performed. You have acted it. Okay? So honestly, if you really want to know who a leader is, watch the way he goes about things. You can clearly see who he is, how he goes about things. And I'm saying this, don't you ever think the people following you are not intelligent. They are, but they have chosen to follow you. So sometimes when you say something and you don't go by what you say, they are like, oh, okay. Okay, so honesty. And what is honesty? Truthfulness, transparency in the words you say, and then the actions that goes with the words. This is what pushes us it gets us into the point where you become trustworthy or trustworthiness. Okay, trustworthiness is reliability and dependability in personal and professional relationship. Okay, we have a personal relationship with leadership. Everybody working around a leader should have a personal relationship with the leader. Okay, then there should also be a professional relationship. This personal relationship and professional relationship, it thrives on trustworthiness. I need to be trusted, and then you also need to be trusted. You can't tell me that I should always be trusted, but we can't trust you. Please. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. And the fear is that, look, because of integrity, the work that our fathers did is getting weaker and weaker as the days go by. We see it too. We are seeing it. It's becoming weaker and weaker. And sometimes we are afraid. And that is why we are looking at, integrity. So integrity is, when it comes to, your words and your actions, it must run together. Okay, it must run together. Then you should have what we call moral principles. Moral principles. And what we mean by adhering to strong moral codes and ethical standard. Every leader should have ingrained within himself some codes of conduct, codes of personal conduct. We should say that this is you. So that if somebody say that you did it, we can say, no, you didn't do it. Why? Because we know that it is, you have a moral principle that you run with, a kind of a strong moral code that runs you, and in effect, it becomes your standards. There are standards that you have set in your leadership style, and all the people working around you are looking up to you. They are watching you. Permit me to use the word. They are monitoring you. What are you saying and what are you doing? They put these things two together, and then clearly they see that, look, you cannot be trusted. I pray that, going forward, what you say and what you do will work together so that the people can trust you. Then one last point here, which I want to really emphasize, is consistency. Consistency. Consistency is a sign of maturity. Consistency is a sign of maturity. That is to say, if a leader keeps doing the same good thing over and over and over and over, it has a way of building momentum. And this momentum can tear any barrier that is, built against what we want to achieve. Clearly. But a situation where there is inconsistency in between your words and your action, between your personal values and your behavior, this inconsistency builds up dissonance. It builds up dissonance, cognitive dissonance. It makes the people who are following you, they're not too sure of you. Today you are saying this, the other day you said that. Today you are saying this, the other day you said that. It makes the people following you, they are not too sure of who you are and what you stand for. And it has a way of eating their trust for you away. And this is what CASTI we've been pushing and we are saying, okay? We are saying that, organizing the organism is along these areas, and we are carefully delivering it one after the other. We are on social media at CASTI. YouTube is at CASTI. TikTok is at CASTI. And then Instagram is also at CASTI Networks. Okay. Then we have our social, that is our WhatsApp. And the WhatsApp number, it's very straight to the point, is a word that is 0591 583 333. God bless you for being around. Help us as we push this agenda through, so that we'll be able to build a formidable religious institution that will outlive the founding mothers and the founding fathers. God bless you for listening. Thank you very much.